What led to your decision to maybe try to find something new?
The community of Wyandotte and how they're growing and the presentation they had within themselves of the unity that they brought as an administrative staff and how they work together with the excitement of the tribe and the endless opportunities that they're having within their community. But a very rural school district and very home filling, and they've just they kind of made it why would I not type deal.
Yeah, and you kind of mentioned why would you not type of deal. Their success that they've had over the last couple of years. Coach Buck comes into a program that had back-to-back, I believe, 1-2 win seasons, and he's been able to kind of revive that program. How excited are you kind of continue what he was able to build over his?
Yeah, we hope to pick it up where he left off. Obviously, they graduated a big class, but it's not a talent jump per se. It's something that we want to establish, kind of our stamp as well. But like I said, being able to work with those people over there and within what the school system brings and the opportunities that kids have growing up. We have a young kid that's going to be able to grow up in that school system, so we look forward to that as a family as well.
Yeah, and what was you mentioned the family. What's kind of the family aspect? Talking with them, and how excited is your family for kind of the new challenge? And like you said, going to a good school district.
Yeah, I mean it was a tough decision. I mean, anytime you change, I mean this is my third coaching job in 23 plus years, and it's not something that we typically do as a family. We don't pick up and move. We were at Afton for 12 years, and here at 8. And when we kind of started here as a coaching staff like Buck did there, we came with I was the fourth head coach for that senior group in their 4 years of high school. So we picked up an 0-10 season here, and we had success because the people that I was able to have within my corner, the coaching staff we were able to hire, it wasn't something I did personally. It was something we were able to obtain as a group, but we got kids to buy into our philosophy, and they had a really good work ethic. And who would have thought, Miami, where they had been, that of our 8 years, we made the playoffs 3 years and hosted one. So that was a big success rate. Nothing that I did personally, but the things that we accomplished as a group here at Miami. That's something I'm proud of. But you're never necessarily satisfied until you win the big one. So leaving not satisfied necessarily, just because you're always hungry and you always wish you would have done more. But very proud of what we were able to accomplish as a coaching staff and the people that I was able to put around me.
Yeah, and Coach, do you have a lot of your coaches coming with you to Wyandotte?
That's yet to be determined. There's a lot of transition there. Miami's still got to make some hires and things to replace me, and I don't know what direction they're heading yet. So we have some guys, filling out some things, but nothing's been set in stone yet. But I hope to obtain some of that help, and then obviously Wyandotte has some good coaches on their staff, and getting to retain some of those guys that Buck left behind as well is that's very intriguing to. They're a big part of their success. Buck brings a big, punch with what he brings to the table, but he also had some good guys behind the scene as well, and I'm sure he'll be the first one to tell you that.
Yeah, and Coach, you mentioned the success they had here. I believe playoffs 3, maybe 4 years over your 8 years here at Miami, and like you said, they have been in playoffs in nearly a decade before you got there. Just sure. Looking back, just at the success and what you were able to build here at Miami, how special has it been?
Oh, it's been great, and like I said, been a lot of change over the years too. A lot of people has left the district that was here when I was first hired, and I'm very appreciative of what the district's been able to do and provide for me and my family, and hopefully we gave half of that back. But it's bittersweet, obviously changing jobs and leaving things, but I felt after a lot of time in prayer and talk with my family that this was the best opportunity for us. And when it comes down to it, coaching's a business, and you build these relationships with kids, and that probably hurts the most is some of these underclassmen. I mean, the seniors are always going to graduate, but there's still some underclassmen that me and my wife and my son spent several hours with these kids and stuff, and it's tough to say, hey, I'm not going to be here next year, but we'll still be in the community and we'll still be able to watch these kids grow up. But that's probably the hardest thing, and that leaves you torn, is just the relationships you build year in and year out.
Yeah, and you mentioned those relationships. What was it like talking to the team and telling them about your decision?
I mean, it's tough. Like I said, I've only had to do that twice in my life, and I did it at Afton after we went out victorious in a state championship, and I think they understood, going to take on a bigger challenge at Miami. And then, this year, I don't know if some of these kids had seen it coming or not, but I just felt like it was time. And like I said, after much prayer and thought, it wasn't something that we just did on a whim, and the unity that Wyandotte's presented themselves with is like, I want to be part of that.
Yeah, and Coach, I asked you before, but just if you could put into words the excitement. I know you're at Miami through the rest of the school year, but when you get to the summer, be able to meet some of the kids and hit the ground running, how excited are you? Like you said, new challenge, new opportunities, and to take over a program that's had some recent success.
Oh, like I said, I'm just re-energized as far as, kind of, you got to bring, as the head role, you got to bring the energy and expect the kids to respond off of that. So I think I'm just kind of revamped and ready for that new challenge and something I wasn't necessarily looking for that kind of found me. And like I said, I feel like things happen for a reason, and this is something that's God sent, and I'm gonna do the best of my ability to go impact those kids' lives and be a positive role model.
Yeah, and Coach, reflecting on your time at Miami, just what stands out about it and all the success, and then, like you said, those relationships you've been able to form.
I don't know that one particular thing besides obviously hosting the playoffs was a big deal, but just all the people and all the relationships I was able to build administratively and, with the kids within the school system. It's been a great 8 years. It hasn't been something that's been dreadful. There's a lot of change, a lot of culture. And then, we kind of had a flat year this year, maybe dropped a game or two that maybe we should have won, but we knew with the talent level that we graduated in the year prior that those 3 of those guys are still playing college ball. So that's a big success in itself. So I'm just looking forward to the things that lie ahead at Wyandotte.
Yeah, and I know no coach likes this answer or this question really, and I don't want to focus on the legacy aspect of it, but when you look back at your time here at Miami, what do you want people to remember about you and the program that you were able to help build?
That we did things right. I mean, we had a good work ethic, and we tried to make the kids not only better football players, but we tried to make them better citizens as well. There's a lot of things that go unnoticed at times, and we just we want people to know that we were trying to raise their kids the right way and treat them the right way.